Hi, my name is David Fleck. I have been fighting title fraud since 2003. First as a white-collar criminal prosecutor, then as a private trial lawyer, and now as the founder of a company that creates technology to prevent title fraud. In many of my cases, notaries were my most important witnesses against the perpetrator. Consider that if a crook walks into a bank with a gun, he might walk out with $5,000, but the FBI will find him, and he will go to prison for many years. If the same crook instead walks into a mortgage broker's office with a forged notary seal on a property deed, he can walk out with a fraudulent $750,000 mortgage loan. The sad thing is, there is a very high chance that this equity thief will never get prosecuted for the crime. Or if he does, he will get the proverbial slap on the wrist. This makes your seal the single most valuable tool for a fraudster. In one case, an infamous criminal syndicate used fake stamps to steal properties. In other words, they made it appear that they owned these properties so that they could then take out loans against them or even sell them to unsuspecting buyers. Another con artist stole the personal identifying information of fellow parishioners at the 6 churches to which he belonged. And then, using an unauthorized notary stamp, he bought 24 homes in the victims' names and rented them out for his own cash flow. Yet another fraudster used a forged notary seal on powers of attorneys in the names of an elderly couple. And then she used those powers of attorney to buy herself an $800,000 house. Although there is no nationwide database about these types of crimes, based on information I have obtained from title insurance companies, I estimate that as many as 10,000 homeowners are victimized every single year. In a large percentage of those cases, the professional identities of notaries are stolen and their notary seals are misused. Criminals can obtain fake stamps online, like this one right here. Now, mine says it's fake and for educational purposes, but the stamp could be made to look like a true notary's stamp with that notary's name and commission number on it. $14 is all it costs. Criminals can also fabricate entire documents on their computers, signatures, notary seal, and everything. Literally every desktop computer and many printers have the technology to create believable forged documents that slip past watchful eyes at the county recorder's office. As a notary, you are the gatekeeper against false impersonation and forged documents. And to commit their crimes, real estate fraudsters need to get past you. Fortunately, there are steps you can take to protect yourself and your seal. Number 1, keep your stamp secure. When you do not have your stamp in your physical possession, keep it locked up. One real estate fraud detective told me about a notary who did everything right except for one small thing. When she went out to lunch, she left her stamp in her unlocked desk drawer, and somebody in her office regularly borrowed it without her knowledge. By the time the detective finished his investigation, he found that poor notary seal on over 400 fraudulent documents across the country. Number 2, report missing or stolen stamps immediately. If your stamp disappears, report this to the agency that regulates notaries in your state. If you know it was stolen as opposed to lost, make a police report too. This will protect you if your seal begins to appear on fraudulent documents, and you may have information that will help investigators catch the thief. Number 3, keep a detailed journal. I've said this 1,000 times and I'll say it another 1,000 times. The most important thing a notary can do for their protection is to keep a journal with meticulous detail. Although not every state requires notaries to do this, a well-kept journal will protect you and will help law enforcement when they are trying to find the perpetrator. You may not be able to prevent a criminal from misusing your notary identity, but if you follow these 3 steps, you should be able to protect yourself. Good luck to you in all your endeavors.